Welcome to another Precision Flyer Repairs video. This one is on an American high rail manufactured General Motors Aerotrain. Now, if you're not familiar with the American High Rail or Ballston Locomotive Works, they were two small companies that made some incredible products for us in S-Gauge pretty much during the 90s and early 2000s. The date stamp on this Aerotrain inside is August 18th, 2002. One thing that I like most about the privilege and opportunity to work on people's trains is the variety of those which they trust me with to work on. I've had American High Rail, Ballston Locomotive Works, custom engines made by different custom builders, S. Helper, American Models, and of course Lionel, American Flyer, Gilbert American Flyer, and the list goes on from there. And what I thought I would do is some of these, many may not have the opportunity to see and all the more privileged to work on. And I thought I'd make brief videos on them so that you can see a little bit about what they're like and how they run. This one is the Aerotrain. It was developed by General Motors. It has a two-car and observation car consist on it. The whole history of the Aerotrain is something that you can look up online. My understanding is if these cars look a lot like bus bodies to you, that's what I believe General Motors was repurposing in order to put this train together. But it was all in the spirit of streamlined trains will look cool and attract passengers and help increase business. And this one certainly looks the part of the jet age, if you will. It came to me from a customer who said it's never really run very well, had some issues that I was able to address for photographs of the underside and power unit taken apart and a little more detail on an inside view of this train. Go to my website where I will have posted, or soon will, a page of photographs taken while I had this apart and was working on it to get it back into operational condition again. You might find that interesting. My website is www.precisionflyerrepairs.com. Look under More for my index of how-to and photo galleries, and you'll see that listed. But for now, I'm just going to apply some power and show you it runs strictly on DC and has a small single motor up front. That's a self-contained power truck, kind of a thing that you'll run across in other American high rail trains as well as this one. So with a little bit of power applied, it really runs very smoothly, even at as little as 4 volts. This one now crawls along and runs nice and smooth. It just looks so modern, if you will, as I'm sure its designers always intended for it. Although today maybe a little too much the jet age look, but I think in the interest of classic trains and running unique things in S-Gauge, it still certainly fits the part. As we get it up a little more in speed, it didn't run like this originally. It was pretty ragged. It would hesitate and stutter and stammer like I just did, and the wheels would clatter and make quite a lot of noise going around. But I think, fortunately, this one's once again ready for prime time on the high rails of S-Gauge and looking ever so handsome once again. And we can reverse it. Simple enough matter on the DC transformer of changing the polarity, and you can see it pull away. Doesn't have lights, doesn't have sound, but it's strong on the uniqueness factor. And now once again this one is running passengers in a futuristic fashion to and from their S-scale destinations. Hope you've enjoyed this quick demo. For more information, as I mentioned, Visit www.precisionflyrepairs.com. And until we meet again, be well and have fun running your trains.